Hi, this is just a quick demonstration of the LED bar graph here that we're using for a trim indicator. So to channel 5 here I have hooked up a 75 millimeter potentiometer. So right now it's fully retracted and it's showing in Ray Studio approximately 75 here. And when I extend it, you'll see that the LED moves as I extend this all the way to 0. So now it goes between 0 and 100. The focus might not be that easy to see here. I'll try and move it a little bit closer to the screen. Let's see here. Hopefully you can see that a little bit better if I rotate it a little bit. There's two small adjustment screws here on the back of this LED bar graph that you can adjust the limit, the top and the bottom. It allows you to do maybe 5 to 10%. It's not a huge adjustment, but effectively what you want to be sure is that you're using approximately the full trim or the full range of the trim sensor. That way the limit here is showing between 0 and 100. So that kind of gives you a relative idea as to the size of this to a 7-inch screen here in MXG dash. Pretty much everything's the same as the standard MXG system. The only thing that you want to confirm is that when you hook up the Mercury ECU communication cable, you need to provide power and ground to it, but you also need to hook up the RS-232 connection, so that's a blue and white wire. The color coding on those wires sometimes doesn't match the patch cable that we're giving you, so there's nothing that damages it obviously if you hook them up backwards, but I'll find the two wires here. It's this one and this one. So these are blue and white, the RS-232 wires. So on the patch side harness for the ECU, don't believe the color coding for these two wires. It might be correct, it might not be correct. Basically just hook them up temporarily to confirm when you have the ECU connected. And if you get data on the screen here, obviously we don't have an ECU connected, but if you get any form of data on the screen here, that's the correct orientation. I have seen the color coding from AiM vary. The majority of the time it's opposite. This one I'm almost positive it's opposite. So if you hook up blue to white and white to blue, it should work. That's the only notes really I have. Like I said, the adjustment screws on the back of this will allow you to get the full range here. And it's only a fine adjustment. So if you need a different length sensor or you need to mount it slightly differently, you want to make sure you have, this is a 75 millimeter pot, but you want to make sure you're using the full range here. The currently loaded configuration is what you had on your previous MXG here, so you can see some of the alarm lights and stuff that you set up. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help. Thanks.